How hard is it to push the button? It's literally right freaking there while you're watching the video. 9. If more people were like Brendan, the world would be a better place. Let's crack on with the video. We've got heaps to get through today, but I know you guys are loving the short, compacted news and charts, Bitcoin crypto update videos. If you do, leave us a peace sign down below in the comments section. All right, first thing is buying and selling. I've seen more comments come up around selling the bottom, buying up later. This is a quick one, looking at the fear and greed plan, which we cover very regularly on the channel here. Looking at the lows. The lows, the average price, $36,000 on Bitcoin, fear and greed. When it hits 15 or under, super simple, anyone can use this thing. The point being is you have to have a long-term view, market going up, arrows going up to the right. The market can fall below the purchase price. That's what happens in investing. But buying crypto, what we have talked about publicly on the channel here, buying Bitcoin at the lows, it is in the videos. In terms of selling, I have sold my SOL, my SOL, and that was at 130 bucks. If that wasn't for you, you can still buy in cheaper. SOL is still below that price, and I think it'll go down lower before it reaches all-time highs. Let's look at the market structure in future videos, but today, enough of the hand waving. We have lots to get through in this video. So that is pretty much it when it comes to the buying and the selling. Next piece is all of the adoption that's coming through. There's a lot of news at the moment, especially while the prices are down. I'm just seeing companies and businesses continuing to build out the ecosystem, no matter what the price is doing. Longer term vision, prices are up and to the right of your chart. They're going up. PayPal forms Crypto Advisory Council. 6 members will help the company create a digital financial system. The 6 members, that's what they're doing. Putting this thing together, more crypto adoption within PayPal. Next is BlackRock, and BlackRock is planning to offer crypto trading. Sources say, as they always do. Main points I've got here are who is BlackRock? World's largest asset manager. They manage over 10 trillion with a T, in assets for institutions. They're preparing to offer a cryptocurrency trading service to its investor clients, according to the sources, of course. So hopefully this pulls through. BlackRock also owns 16.3% of MicroStrategy. We all know who MicroStrategy is. If we don't, Laser Eyes himself, Michael Saylor, the CEO, right here, regularly trumpets news about his firm's Bitcoin holdings. Next on the news, the big news, the strange country, Russia. Russian government and central bank agree to treat Bitcoin as currency. This is really interesting. Cryptocurrency transactions of more than 60,000 ruble, or roughly 8,000 USD, will have to be declared. Otherwise, it could be considered a criminal act. So this is interesting because they don't have to ban crypto or anything like that, as they were once trying to do, some of the other ministers. So they were calling for a ban, but the ministerial official in the financial sector of the government said they should regulate it rather than prohibit it entirely. So you can make your little transactions here, but they want to know everything about you. And to do that, they only want you to use regulated exchanges. The report also highlights that cryptocurrency transactions of more than 600,000 would have to be declared. Otherwise, it can be considered a criminal act. Those who illegally accept cryptocurrency as payments will incur fines. Cryptocurrencies would function in the legal industry only if they have a complete identification through the banking system or licensed intermediaries. So this is basically not what cryptocurrency was designed for or invented for. It's basically to give power back to the people, but this is what governments do. That's going to be an opinion of the viewer yourself. Some people are for it, some are against it, and that starts the polarization. This is just reporting on these pieces of the news. We all have our own opinions, like we all have our own. But speaking of complete identification, Bybit. Check out the link to Bybit in the description down below for thousands of dollars of sign-up bonuses when you deposit, up to $4,100. You can buy crypto spot trading. It does not have to be leverage trading, which means you don't have to get wrecked. Bybit has no KYC as well, so they don't need to know who you are in order for you to trade on that exchange. If that is something you're interested in, definitely check that link out. Anyone can use that. And if you use the link in the description down below, that can get you up to $4,100 in sign-up bonuses. Assange DAO has now raised more Ethereum than Constitution DAO did, nearly 45 million in less than a week. So this is looking quite positive towards the mission, which is to free Julian Assange. Hopefully they can get him out of the strife that he's in at this point in time between the UK and the US. And Eric Snowden has also weighed in here, with a comment on Twitter, Assange NFT is doing real numbers. Very much looks like a protest vote against the White House's abuse of the Espionage Act. Straight up, lots of people are getting involved. Markets are down, but the crypto adoption continues to gain speed. Alchemy raises at 10.2 billion valuation in round led by Silver Lake, who is Alchemy, crypto infrastructure company powering a wide range of DeFi applications and NFT platforms. They raised 200 million, but that's at a valuation of 10.2 billion. Exchanges are down. Web traffic to crypto exchanges fell 8% month over month, and that's the third straight month in a row that they've been down on their volumes. However, we're still seeing a lot of growth, and that, again, third day in a row, I've been talking about the Super Bowl. It keeps making headlines day after day. FTX, Crypto.com, they are running ads during this year's Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl ad can catapult a brand into the mainstream consciousness, which could help exchanges boost crypto adoption off this powerful downturn. Basically, a jump in new users after the game would help the platforms dependent on trading volume. So if the platforms continue to drop in their trading volume, that's obviously their revenue. And if the volumes are down for long enough, we'll start to see some crypto exchanges fail. It shouldn't be any surprise to us in the crypto space that Puerto Rico is a crypto tax haven. But now we have lawmakers taking aim at crypto millionaires that are residing in Puerto Rico to take advantage of the tax laws over there. So this happens often. There will be something come up around them trying to remove the tax regulations in Puerto Rico. But as the article says here, it's unlikely that the policy change will follow anytime soon. This isn't the first time that lawmakers have wanted to change the tax laws in Puerto Rico, and it won't be the last, which is why most don't think the laws will change anytime soon. As for the price of Bitcoin, we are remaining steady. Yesterday, we were looking at this price, hopefully getting above the highs that were set back on the 12th and the 13th of January, which is a critical point. And you can see now how critical that has become. We've had 1, 2, 3. This is our fourth day at this level, not being able to close above the level for more than one day here. Yesterday, it closed just above it, and we still have 16 hours to go on today's volume, today's bar. So hopefully we can get back above the high, and that high is at 44,400. So ideally, a $44,500 close will set us up to attempt to tackle the $45,500 again. Now, these are all just intermediate levels until we get to the real battle, and I see the real battle still being in the low $50,000 range. We have multiple numbers here, the 50% at 51K, we have the highs at 52K, and this particular bar right here, which the high is at 53,900. So I'd call for a 54,000 there. So the low 50,000s are where I see the real battle if Bitcoin can start to consolidate in the mid to high 40s, so it can take on that 50K. Now, if we started to get above that 50K and consolidate, that's looking like a much better position for the overall market. And it looks like Bitcoin still takes the gains from many of these cryptos at this point in time. Not all, but many of them. One of those which continues to take the gains from is Bitcoin Cash. Not many people really care about Bitcoin Cash anymore, but it is down 98.5%. So it's a beautiful example of what can happen to some of these cryptocurrencies throughout the years. They have some cycles, and this was like investing in Solana at the time. Buying Bitcoin Cash was crazy. It got to almost half of the value of Bitcoin itself before it dumped and never regained those prices. So if you don't think it could happen to your coin, think again. Let's have a look at just a couple. I'll click on the charts here. GRT down in Bitcoin value, but if we look at Helium, Helium's not looking too bad. We're still seeing an uptrend here. So it's not for all of them, but what you don't want to see on the cryptos that you might be holding is something like that, all the way down. And some people think, well, it's going to bottom out soon and go back up. Remember, this is the Bitcoin value. The USD chart might look a little different. In the graph's case, maybe not. It's still down as well. But you might get some gains on the USD, but what you want to get is the gains on the Bitcoin. Otherwise, you're better off holding Bitcoin. ICP, another example, straight down, never to recover. Old crypto here. Icon, same deal, straight down, and it has never recovered back to the old all-time highs. So that's a lot of gains lost, although the dollar value doesn't seem so bad. So check these out with any of the cryptos in your portfolio and get prepared for the next stage of the Bitcoin bull market. Check out the link in the top of the description for Patreon. Plenty more trading and investing information over there if you want to learn how to set up your portfolios for the coming Bitcoin bull market. Otherwise, do the good thing, like, share, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Until then, have more fun to get more done.